Back here is our hydrogen system.
Tell me more.
This is the technology we're really excited about. I'd like you to meet Greg Sachs, our lead engineer.
Hey, Greg, Rich Trethewey.
Hello.
Take a few minutes and explain the hydrogen system to me?
I'd love to. Well, as you saw around front, we start with our photovoltaic panels.
Yeah.
The question is, what do we do with the power from our photovoltaic panels? First, we're going to send it to the house to do typical things like cook, lighting.
All the household needs.
Exactly. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to send it to this room, to the hydrogen generator, to make hydrogen gas.
So tell me, how does this all work?
Well, the hydrogen generator has two inputs. First is water.
That's H2O, I remember from
That's right, and photovoltaic power.
So this comes from the panels with electricity?
Right from the panels with electricity.
Okay, so what happens inside the box?
Well, what it does is it takes the water, as you said, H2O, and breaks it up. And we're going to into hydrogen and oxygen. We're actually going to store that hydrogen. It's going to come out this line, and it's going to the tanks until we need the hydrogen later on.
And that's a gas at that point?
That's a gas.
Okay. So now you got a tank filled with hydrogen gas. What does that do for the house for electricity?
Well, when it's dark out, when it's nighttime, when we don't have power from the photovoltaic panels, we're going to take that gas, convert it back into electricity.
How do you do that?
We're going to do that by using a fuel cell. And on the roof, we have a fuel cell, which is actually what's going to make that electricity for us.
Okay, so another box. So what happens inside that? How do you make the electricity?
Well, a fuel cell works very similar to a battery. We have positive plates, we have negative plates. Next to the positive plate, we send the hydrogen gas. Next to the negative plate, we send air. And what's inside air?
Oxygen?
Oxygen.
Sure.
So we set up a condition where that hydrogen and the oxygen want to become water again.
You want to go back to one. Yeah.
But in order for that to take place, it actually is going to generate electricity, and it's going to send out an electron down the positive plate and come back on the negative plate. We're going to use that electricity in the house.
So the byproduct of that is electricity and
water, as we discussed.
So what do you do with that?
What we're going to do is we're going to harness that water right from the fuel cell, and it's going to drain right back down into the tank where we began the whole process.
So you're back to the beginning of the cycle, and it's complete.
Exactly.
Amazing. I mean, David, how soon is something like this going to ever be commercially available?
This is what we think is a very important demonstration project to show. You can use hydrogen in the house, you can also use it in the car. And we think it's perfectly reasonable for hydrogen to replace fossil fuels within 15 to 20 years.
Oh boy, I'm excited. Greg, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, David, I am running late. Can you give me a lift back to the airport?
Why don't you take a ride with me in the electric car?
Oh, can I drive?
This time I'll drive.